Evening. I'm really drawn to make this status tonight because I can hardly believe the rate at which my life is moving at the moment, and the rate at which things are happening. And something really, really powerful happened last night, and I just feel really drawn to share it. I did make a status a couple of days ago, and it disappeared from my timeline. My camera went a bit funny. So anyway, here it goes. Last night, a friend of mine invited me to a healing session in Dunstable, which is about half an hour's drive away. And I said, yeah, I'll go. Why not? I'm not working on Monday nights anymore. And I'm always a little bit dubious of some healing circles. I don't know why. I just like to know that the people that are doing it are really good at what they're doing. Because I have felt for a long time there's a little bit of a bandwagon with healing. And I've sort of, I suppose, kept away from the healing community, the crystals and the Reiki and all that stuff. It hasn't been part of my thing over the last few years. It was a long time ago. Richard, you're meant to be here. You're meant to be here, Richard. I went with Richard. I'm going to see if I can attempt to share what happened, Richard, and I'm happy to bring you onto the camera as well, if you want. So this is what happened last night, and I have been extremely fragile today. It's been quite I'm leaving. You can stay and you can join me on here if you want, Richard. I'll see you when you get here. So this is what happened last night. I went to this healing in Dunstable, and when I got there, it was apparently there's normally quite a lot of people there, but there were only 5 of us last night, which apparently was quite unusual. And I kept getting from 2 of the others who were leading the circle that there was a lot of blockage around me, that there was a lot of dark, heavy energy around me, and that somebody was feeling jealous of me, and I just couldn't take that at all. And I said, well, I'm writing a book at the moment. I've just finished a book. I'm not aware that people are jealous of me, but okay. And this wouldn't go away. It kept coming up. They kept really feeling, both of them kept really feeling into this darkness around me. So in the end, they got me to sit on a chair, and they did some healing on me. And she said, I've got a man here on my left, and his energy is kind of there, but it's very kind of pulling back, and it's there, it's pulling back. And as soon as she said that, I knew it was my late husband, because whenever he's come through in any circles, his energy is always very like he's never there. He's always kind of like there and not there. And she said it's male energy, and she said, I think this is the person that's got the thing with you. And it's almost like some resentment there. And I said, well, that's... And then, of course, I clicked. I've just written my book. And I've written in my book my story as part of the book. And part of my story has been the horrors I went through when I was pregnant with my youngest son, and how my husband was an addict to fruit machines, and how I was starving when I was pregnant. And she said to me that it's not him who's got the problem. Sorry, I lost you. She said it's not him that's got the problem. She said your energy is blocking him. He's ready to receive your forgiveness now. And she said, I've actually got him here, and he wants to put his head on your lap and just look up at you and say that he has moved, and say that he's moved forwards, and he's moved on, and he's grown now, and he's really sorry, and he wants to know that he's loved you the whole time, and he's been there with you the whole time. And I can't tell you, it was so powerful. It was so powerful. It was unbelievable what she said to me. I told my sister today, and she said, I can really see Steve doing that. That's just the sort of thing he would have done, was put his head on your lap and just looked up at you. And I just could not stop weeping. It was like something in me completely cleared. There was more to it than that. That's just the basics of it. And, you know, the timing for that to happen, for him to ask for forgiveness and to ask for me to let him in and to accept. And I realised that the reason was that it was a lot easier for me to not get over it, but it was a lot easier for me to remember the negative stuff from the relationship than to remember the good stuff. Because when he died and I had the 2 kids, it was too much. It was too much for my nervous system to take in. And I met and married quite soon afterwards, and it was too difficult to remember all the good times, and it felt like there was a lot of bad times. But something massive happened last night, and it's literally on the, you know, it's like about 9 days before my book's going to be published. I'm just holding my belly here because I've just been put on to steroids for my colitis, which I don't have a problem with, but I'm told I'm not well with that, and I've been eating really well, and I'm really convinced it's some emotional stuff from that time. So I'm really keen to do a little bit more healing around that. It feels really powerful, and it's so powerful. It's so powerful that I'm kind of just in awe of the possibility. I'm in awe of these 2 amazing women that did this healing yesterday. They were both getting the same message, and it was quite exhausting. Yeah, it was so powerful. I'm amazed I'm not crying now. I've been really exhausted and fragile today, and just unbelievable the way the universe works. It's just incredible that he came through like that just before the book's coming out. And so it feels like there's this massive clearing now. It feels like as the book's coming out, I feel like I'm really ready now. And you know, this is stuff that's unconscious. It's like we don't know that we haven't forgiven somebody. I mean, I've always thought I forgave him for what happened when the kids were little. You know, all the stuff that he did, and it was all down to his addiction. But actually, you know what? I was really in love with him, and I suppose that's something I haven't really acknowledged that much because of the pain of the loss. So I think I'm ready, and I've got so much now for my second book. It's crazy. So much is happening and coming in. Anyway, thanks for listening. I just wanted to share that because it's so big, so massive, and it feels good. It feels good to share it. It's just so deep, so profound, and so beautiful, so incredible. Thank you for listening. Have a good weekend. God bless.